Alright, what's up, JRU? Welcome back. Today we got Jordan versus LeBron, the GOAT conversation. Now, y'all been asking for this. We watched the Jordan things. Y'all know I'm a LeBron fan. I'm rolling with LeBron. But we gonna watch this video. I kept saying, this is the best video, this is the best video. I looked at the date. This is before LeBron won his 4th championship. Take that into consideration. Like the video. Let's go for 50 likes on this video. 10 new subscribers. Let's get into it. See who the real GOAT is, man. When you're good at something, you tell everyone. When you're great at something, they tell you. Oh, man. I already see how this is finna go, bro. Bro, this is a Jordan bias way. Some Jordan stuff. Because LeBron said, yo, I'm the GOAT. And I'm like, Jordan never said it. Just don't shit on my boy bad, bro. The GOAT. The GOAT, James. The GOAT. The King. Nah, that's the assassin right there. I ain't gonna hold you. It's maybe a little bit too loud. The kid from Akron, bro. 2-3. Hey! Hey! Oh, I thought he was gonna scream after it. Oh my god. Both 2 threes. After LeBron retired, they need to retire at 23 in the whole league. Whoever's wearing 23 at the time, they can just wear it until they retire. But after everybody that retired, nobody else can pick 23 as a new number for LeBron and Jordan. Nobody should ever be able to wear 23 again. Just like how baseball got 45. I think it's 45. Jackie Robinson's, what's it called, number is all the way retired. I think Wayne Gretzky's number retired.
LeBron versus Jordan. It's a debate that has captured the public's attention for the last several years. Especially after this moment in 2016, when LeBron James beat the Golden State Warriors to win the 3rd championship of his career.
The greatest of all time?
In LeBron's own words,
that one right there made me the greatest player of all time.
Facts.
That's what I felt. I was like, that one right there made you the greatest player of all time.
But did
Facts.
it? Is everything since that moment simply icing on LeBron's cake? Or is LeBron destined to finish his career in Michael Jordan's shadow?
He got 4 now.
We've all heard the arguments from LeBron supporters.
He's bigger, he's stronger, he's faster, he's more durable.
And from Jordan supporters.
Michael Jordan was nearly 6-0 with 6 MVPs in the finals.
But the GOAT debate isn't as simple as the pundits make it seem. There are a number of factors relevant in determining the greatest basketball player of all time.
Okay.
In fact, I would say there are 5 things that really matter when determining the GOAT of any sport.
Oh, snap.
These criteria are, in no particular order, accomplishments.
Okay.
Longevity. Winning. Statistics, and what we'll refer to in this video as the eye test.
Okay, so if I'm going off the eye test of the criteria, accomplishments, I would have to go Jordan in this category. Freak, I can't talk right now. Longevity, I know that's so wrong to say it, and I just heard him say it, and I can actually know how to say it. It's crazy. Just know this is LeBron. Winning, that's Jordan. Statistics, LeBron. The eye test. We're going off the GOAT eye test. If he's going off the GOAT eye test, like if we look, quick glance, you don't know anything about the sport, you're going to go who has the most rings. Who has like the better, you know what I'm saying? So they're going to go Jordan. But if you're talking about the eye test of the better basketball player, you're going to go LeBron. 6'9", 6'10", 250. It's easy. It depends on what eye test he's talking about.
You don't need to be the best in any specific category, but you need to be pretty good across the board. So simply winning 7 championships, like Robert did, isn't enough to get you into the conversation. When we're finished with this video, it'll be plainly obvious that one guy comes out on top. But before we get started, I want to clarify that this is not a comparison of legacies. It's about who is the better basketball player.
Oh, that's got to be
LeBron.
LeBron.
If we're talking about legacies, Jordan's is nearly untouchable. Not only did he lead basketball to global popularity, he helped transform Nike into an empire.
Yep.
Changed the way players played and how they dressed. And he even made it cool for guys to be bald.
That's a
and
fact.
while those things certainly contribute to MJ's iconic status, they don't make him a better player on the court. So let's evaluate the criteria
I feel like LeBron may come out the GOAT.
We'll start with individual accomplishments.
And it's close here.
Jordan had more regular season MVPs, twice as many finals MVPs,
Never mind.
9 more scoring titles, and several more selections to the NBA's all-defensive team, including once being named
They be
Defensive Player
home.
of
They
the
be
Year.
home LeBron on all defense. though.
LeBron has more All-Star appearances, but that's largely due to his having played more seasons. In fact, when taking into account retirements and major injuries, Jordan essentially played 13 seasons compared to 17 seasons for LeBron, making Jordan's significant lead in accomplishments all the more impressive.
So how do you have
And that's to
14
say
All-Stars
nothing
and
of
13?
MJ's brilliant college career, which
Okay.
saw him twice named All-American and once awarded College Player of the Year. At a
LeBron
time
didn't go
when
to
the country's
college.
Best players actually went to college. So regardless of whether you're a LeBron
You go-
fan
you go
or
Jordan.
MJ fan,
You go Jordan.
you have to give the
I go to
accomplishments
Jordan.
check mark to Jordan.
I said that though.
The
I'm not-
second
I'm not
criteria in
biased.
our GOAT analysis is longevity.
Longevity.
And this one is also
Longevity. I don't know why I
no
can't say
brainer,
it.
but this time in favor of LeBron. Not only has LeBron played more seasons in the
He's
league,
been
but he's
better
had a longer
longer.
peak than Jordan.
Yeah.
Jordan's peak lasted about 10 years, whereas LeBron's peak has lasted
been
16 years and is still
crazy.
going.
Lil
And he's been
Grandpa.
incredibly durable during that time, missing
Lil
significant
Gran-
time to injury
Nice.
only in 2019.
The thing is,
That said, the claim
This
that LeBron
year-
has been much
this year may be the first year I'm scared. LeBron like he's becoming injury prone. These last two look scary.
durable than Michael
Like he become an injury
has been a
prone.
bit overblown. Consider that Jordan played in at least 80 regular season games 11 times in
What
his
up?
career, including all 82 games an incredible 9 times.
Oh God.
Compare that to LeBron, who played in at least 80 regular season games just twice, and in all 82 games just once. So
crazy.
both LeBron and Jordan get high marks for their durability. But durability aside, the bottom line is that LeBron has sustained his level of excellence
Longer.
for a much longer period of time than
Gotta go
Jordan,
LeBron.
which puts the longevity check mark squarely on LeBron's corner. That brings us
Come
to
on,
the
bro.
third GOAT criteria.
You know the GOAT, man. Stop
Winning.
playing.
As we all know, Jordan
Okay,
won 6
if we go
championships.
rings,
LeBron
yeah, but if
has
you
won
go
3.
playoffs general,
Jordan is 6-0 in the NBA Finals.
You gotta go
LeBron
LeBron.
is 3-6. Yes, LeBron has made the finals
That's what I'm
9
saying,
times
but- okay.
compared to only 6 times for Jordan. But
10.
let's not pretend that making the finals is the
10
same
now.
thing, or even
And
close
4
to
and-
the same
4
thing
and 6.
as winning a title. Take a prime example
But-
from another sport, the Buffalo Bills. They're the only team in NFL history to appear in 4 consecutive
And
Super
lose them all.
Bowls. But is there a single player or fan of that team that wouldn't trade all 4 of those appearances for just one Super Bowl win? Frankly,
Yeah.
talk to any fan whose team lost the season's final game and ask them how they felt afterward. Almost universally, their feelings are of sadness,
I'm a
anger,
Falcons
and
fan. I ain't never
disappointment.
cried as much when we
And
do
that's
the
just the
league.
fans.
Like I'm a
For
diehard.
players, those feelings are only magnified. Listen to Charles Barkley talk about losing in the NBA Finals.
And I was just in shock when it was over because I had to. I was frustrated because I couldn't wheel my team past
Charles,
Michael
man,
and
the greatest player to
Bulls.
never won a ring.
And it, first of all, I don't think I've ever gotten over it. Number one.
I don't think you
But
can though.
That was traumatic, and it's just it's painful.
So we can all
Even for
stop
the
with
fans,
the
it's
false
painful, bro. I'd have
equivalence
been there,
between
bro.
winning the championship and finishing runner-up. In the words of Herm Edwards,
You play to win the game.
Facts. You got a point, bro. I told you I go Jordan there. I told you I go Jordan there.
Hello? You play to win the game.
I said I'll go Jordan though. That's what
now
I
back
said.
to Jordan and LeBron. As mentioned, on basketball's biggest stage, the NBA Finals, Jordan was 6-0. LeBron was 3-6.
4 and
And
6.
frankly, that doesn't even show how lopsided their records really are. In terms of individual finals games, Jordan was 24-11.
24
LeBron
and
is
11.
18-31.
Bro, you gotta
That's
go.
because
Hold
in
on, bro.
4 of
You
the 6
you
finals
wilding right
losses-
now, bro. You gotta go competition, bro. A lot of those is against those Warriors teams, bro. Nobody's beating those teams, bro. I ain't going.
LeBron's team hasn't even been competitive.
Bro,
Twice
he was
got
playing the
swept,
fucking
and
Warriors.
2 other times he lost 4-1.
And-
that includes being on the wrong side of the 2 most lopsided finals by margin of loss in NBA history. Of course, LeBron fans will tell you that the only reason for LeBron's poor finals record is that his competition was
It's
so tough.
way better.
Ironically, some of these same fans criticized Jordan for losing early in his career to a
No,
Celtics
I don't
team
do that.
stacked with 5 Hall of Famers.
I only
And they
say something when
conveniently
people
gloss
act like he
over the
never
fact
lost.
That LeBron reached the finals so many times, in part because the competition in his own conference was so weak.
Ah, that's
During
a
the vast
stretch.
majority of his career, LeBron played in what many dubbed the Leastern Conference
That's
because
just
the East
stretch.
was so much weaker than the West. On the other hand, during Jordan's playing days,
Toronto
the East
had the
was
best
generally
record in the
considered
league.
the stronger conference, as Jordan had to battle through hard-fought
Well, in the East.
rivalries against the Bad Boy Pistons, Patrick Ewing's Knicks, the Shaq Penny-led Magic, and Reggie Miller's Pacers. That said, if you
I
want to
guess.
blame LeBron's failure in the finals on the level of
Damn.
the competition, I won't argue with you. But let's also not blow it out of proportion. If you look at the average number of wins of their finals opponents, you'll see that LeBron's finals opponents averaged 60.8 wins per season, whereas Jordan's finals opponents averaged 61.2 wins per season.
Nah, bro, you're not doing that,
So
bro.
as it turns out, both players face stiff competition in the
Nah,
finals.
bro, you would never
But a
face
big reason we don't hold
the
the
Warriors is wiping any team Jordan ever faced in the finals. Sonics, Lakers, that Suns team, those two Jazz team, and that Portland team. They're wiping all of them.
Suns, the 96
Easily.
Sonics, or the 98 Jazz in the same regard as some of LeBron's finals opponents.
Easily.
Because
San Antonio
unlike
would, too.
LeBron's adversaries, Jordan's opponents never actually won the Larry O'Brien trophy. Which goes to my original point. That
Yeah,
the difference
winning.
between winning the title and finishing runner-up is huge.
Like I said, I go Jordan
And
that
the
way, though.
reason those teams never won the title?
Because Jordan
this
won it.
guy.
Like I said, you got to go Jordan here. So it's
Look,
2-1.
I'm not trying to say that Jordan's opponents were as good as the Warriors teams that LeBron faced 4 times in the finals.
They're not.
The truth is that Jordan never played a juggernaut quite
Like that. No, he didn't.
But there's a pretty
Fact.
good reason for that. Jordan's Bulls were the juggernaut.
juggernaut. He
They
played on
were
the-
the team winning 70-plus games. They were the team with the target on their back every year. And as the Warriors showed us, that's not an easy place to be. As great as the Warriors were, they were never able to string together 3 consecutive championships.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan's Bulls did it twice. So what's the greater
That's because
achievement?
LeBron stopped them
Beating
from
the
doing it.
juggernaut or being the juggernaut? Or to be more specific, beating the juggernaut 1 time out of the 4 times he faced them? Or being the juggernaut year after year after year? And then doing it again year after
I told you I would go
after
Jordan. Stop
year.
rubbing it in my face, bro.
There's no doubt that LeBron's victory
Damn.
over the 73-win Warriors.
I said I will go that way. You keep just rubbing it in my face, my guy. I'm trying to give you. I already done gave the dub to Jordan. I said in the beginning. You just keep smearing it in my face, don't you? You just want to keep rubbing it in. I
The
understand.
highlight of his career. But it's not the first time that an underdog has won the championship. And there actually have been much bigger underdogs who ended up winning the title. But how many times have we seen a player lead his team to 6 championships in 8 years? Prior to Jordan's Bulls, only Bill Russell's Celtics ever accomplished that feat in the NBA, when they incredibly won 11 championships in 13 seasons. However, back then,
He a
there
Jordan
was an
fan,
average
bro.
of
He a
less
Jordan
than 10
fan alone.
teams in the league, and only a couple rounds of playoffs, so it was considerably easier to win a title. And no player, not even Bill Russell, ever had a run of winning 25 of 26 playoff series,
It's
as
crazy.
Michael Jordan did.
No, that's,
And
I didn't
Michael's
even know that.
pattern
That's
of winning goes
crazy.
beyond the NBA. Let's not forget that Jordan has never won anything but gold in the Olympics, and he also earned an NCAA championship, in which he hit the first of 2 iconic championship-winning shots in his career. All that is to say, when it comes to winning,
Gotta go
the check
Jordan.
mark clearly goes to Jordan.
Bro said
On to
clearly,
the
so you know what
fourth.
that mean? He knew Jordan Ben had the dub. He just wanted to keep rubbing it in my face. See, bro?
Criteria.
Come on, bruh.
Statistics. This one is a bit more complicated. I
mean,
mean,
LeBron-
how do you statistically evaluate 2 players who played in different
That's
eras
LeBron, man.
under different rules at different positions? One way of doing it is to simply look at the 8 traditional statistics of basketball.
Points, rebounds,
assists,
rebounds, steals, blocks, field goal
steals,
percentage, free throws,
blocks,
turnovers, yeah.
field goal percentage, free throw percentage, and turnovers. And we'll focus on per game stats rather than cumulative
you-
stats, since cumulative stats such as total career points and total career assists really speak to longevity, which is already its own category of the GOAT analysis. Per game stats, on
He's
the other
selling me,
hand,
bro.
is more of an apples to apples comparison.
Damn!
So looking at the 8 traditional stats, we see that Jordan leads LeBron in 5 of them. Points per game, steals
He's
per game,
selling me,
blocks
bro.
per game, free throw percentage, and fewer turnovers. LeBron leads in the other 3. Assists per game, rebounds per
Bro,
game,
you're a
and
Jordan
field goal
fan, bro.
percentage.
Stop capping.
But that's a pretty simplistic way of looking at statistics. What if we instead turn to analytics? Probably the most well-known analytics stat is player efficiency rating, or
Okay.
PER for short. This metric was created by respected basketball analyst John Hollinger to give an overall rating to a player's performance based on traditional
Damn.
stats like the ones we just mentioned. Jordan has led the league in PER 7 times, LeBron 6 times. Jordan has finished top 3 in PER 10 times, LeBron 9 times.
I feel like
In
this is
fact,
just
Jordan
rubbing.
has the highest
Jordan
career-
fans, y'all literally said, this is a good video. Oh, this is a good video. Let's see what it go. Y'all did this on purpose, bro. This is torture.
in both the regular season and the playoffs. Another popular analytics stat is win shares. Jordan has led the league in win shares 8 times, LeBron 5 times. Jordan has finished top 3 in win shares 11 times, LeBron 6 times. And when it comes to win shares per 48 minutes, Jordan has the highest career rating in both the regular season and the playoffs. What about box plus minus?
I swear, bro, if it's another stat that goes
ahead
Jordan.
of Jordan in career box plus minus. But after the 2017 season gave Russell Westbrook the greatest single-season box plus minus in history by a wide margin, the architect of box plus minus realized that the stat was fundamentally flawed.
Huh?
So he made
Hold
some
on.
changes to
My
improve
breath said, yo, Russell Westbrook led and that can't be right, bro. It can't be right. I gotta fix this.
formula. As a result, Michael Jordan now has the highest career box plus minus in both the regular season and
That's
the
some
playoffs.
Jordan dick sucking shit.
And lastly, what about value over replacement player, which on its face seems to favor LeBron James?
LeBron.
Well, value over replacement player is a cumulative stat. And as previously noted, cumulative stats speak more to longevity than they do game-to-game dominance.
Bro, he a
That
Jordan
said,
fan,
according
bro.
to value over replacement player, Jordan owns 6 of the 9 greatest individual seasons ever played. And on a per-game
This nigga a
basis,
Jordan fan,
MJ's
bro.
career rating and value over replacement player is the highest of all time in both the regular season and the playoffs. Are you noticing a theme here?
You're a Jordan
Does
fan.
Jordan beat LeBron in every routable analytics
You're a literal
stat?
Jordan
He
fan.
consistently ranks as the best ever across the board.
Bro, let me just tell you something, bro. LeBron's going to end up being most points all time. Unless he keep getting injured, he'll finish top 3. He's going to end up being past Magic and assist. Top 10 rebounds. But y'all want to he's going to give statistics to Michael Jordan. That's what's going to happen. Like, I'm fine with I told you, I'm an unbiased person. If you watch my other Jordan reactions, I told you I'm an unbiased person. Y'all know why LeBron's my GOAT. If you've been watching my videos, if you don't go watch the other ones, don't go down there killing me in the comment section. I'm very unbiased when it comes to this. But that's crazy. Yeah, it's like, okay, we're moving the stats. You know what I'm saying? Like, the points. Okay, yeah, he has points, but LeBron takes less shots. LeBron scored more points than Jordan. He passed Jordan's record for points and less shot attempts. You want to show field goal percentage? Yeah. But LeBron scored more points than him, passed his point record and less shots, and a way amount of less shots. He's not a scorer. So show the action, like show the attempts too. Like, don't be going crazy. Yeah, he a better scorer. No. My man LeBron is not a scorer first. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, that's this
Before we
hate
move on
stuff,
from
bro.
analytics, I want to mention a lesser-known stat called game score, another brainchild of
A
John
new game
Hollinger.
score.
Game score measures a player's performance
That's
in a
kinda
single
new.
game, so it won't tell us who's had the better career, but it does provide insight into who's had the greatest games.
Dame has had the
Now,
best
we
game
only
of all
have
time,
game score
playoff game.
stats since 1983, so you won't
It
see
was
any
last
mentions of Wilt Chamberlain here.
And he lost.
That said, of the 100 highest game scores ever recorded, incredibly 19 of them belong to Michael Jordan. In other words, nearly 1 out of every 5 of the best single-game performances over the last 4 decades.
I swear some of these
have been by
statistics were
MJ.
made to suck Jordan
That
off.
includes the highest game score of all time for Jordan's 69.18 rebound masterpiece. Comparatively, LeBron has had only 3 of the top 100 game scores.
See,
When discussing the GOAT, Nick Wright is fond of asking this question.
The aliens come down. You have one game to save humanity. Who's your first pick in the history of the world?
Well, Nick, I think we have our answer.
LeBron.
Now that I've finished drafting
Y'all
the
some dick
numbers,
suckers.
let's be real.
This is
Hardly
crazy.
Anyone watching this video knows how to calculate PER, win shares, box plus minus,
No,
value over
these are all
replacement player,
stats
or game
that
score.
suck Jordan off.
And why should you? This is basketball, not Goodwill Hunting. So let's go back to the traditional stats that we all know and understand. But this time, let's add context to them.
Thank
What do I
you.
mean by context? Well, some positions are simply better than others at racking up certain stats.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take rebounding as an example. In a vacuum,
Oh
if
my
we simply
God.
compare the
More
number of rebounds per
sucking,
game
bro.
of Brook Lopez and Jason Kidd, we might think that Lopez was the better rebounder. The truth is, relative to their positions, Lopez is statistically one of the worst rebounding centers in NBA history, whereas Kidd is statistically one of the best rebounding guards in NBA history. But even a poor rebounding center can grab more rebounds than a great rebounding guard solely by virtue of
'Cause
their
he's
roles
height.
on the court.
Look at.
So it makes
Bruh,
sense
trash.
that to
How do you
understand the
miss that?
context of a player's stats, we should compare them to the respective positions that they played. When comparing LeBron James to the other small forwards who have played at least 500 NBA games, this is where he ranks. Overall, that's pretty impressive. Now let's see how Jordan compares to all shooting guards who have played at least 500 NBA games.
You bro, who recommend this video, bro? Gotta be a Jordan fan. I don't even know why I clicked on this. I should have known, bro. Y'all was too hyped for me to watch this. Y'all like, yeah, watch this. It's not biased at all. This is biased as I don't know what, bro. This is crazy, bro. Bro, this year's took the statistic argument and bended it to the point literally where it couldn't go LeBron's way. That is crazy. At the end of the day, LeBron is going to finish probably with the most points, more assists than Magic Johnson, the greatest point guard ever. Top 10 in rebounds. You tell me that's not leading statistics? That's crazy, bro. I don't care what you say.
Compared to other small forwards, Jordan is on another level.
And he passed Jordan in scoring, because you would say it leads to longevity. He passed Jordan in scoring, taking less shot attempts, and everyone gonna be like, "Oh yeah, but the three." I don't want to hear it. He can't make. He doesn't make as many free throws as Jordan. So stop sucking.
Shooting guards. He's darn near the top of every major statistical category, and there isn't a single category where LeBron is better than MJ relative to his position, other than assists. So to sum up statistics, whether comparing traditional stats or analytics, and especially when judging these players in the context of the positions they played, Jordan has a noticeable edge over LeBron.
This is crazy bias, bro.
The check mark to Jordan.
I cannot lie, I'm kind of heated.
And that takes us to the last category in our
I know LeBron's not winning this.
The eye test. And to be clear, by eye test, I don't mean which of these players is bigger, faster, or
see what I'm saying, bro?
None of that is relevant unless we're having a track and field competition. And frankly, if physical measurables mattered, then George Murasan would be in the GOAT conversation. No, what I mean by the eye test is, if you sat an average basketball fan in front of a TV to watch a player in action, what would he notice that the player is and is not great at? Thankfully, I happen to be an average basketball
LeBron's
fan,
great.
and I've had the privilege of...
Hold on. You're an average basketball fan? Thank you for telling me that, bro. Thank you for telling me that. This whole video is invalid to me now. He's an average basketball fan. He's average. You know what I'm saying? Me, you can go look at this channel. You can go look at this multiple nights up to 7 in the morning reacting to basketball. I'm deep in this. I'm deep. Watched a bunch of games now. Some of y'all old heads I can't mess with. Y'all been watching basketball since y'all was like early. Y'all been watching the 70s, 80s. I cannot argue with y'all. I'm telling you, y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all way deeper than I am. But he's average. He just said that. So he probably don't even watch regular season for real. Average basketball fan don't watch regular season for real. I was watching almost every regular season game. You can look it up. I don't cap. Arguments invalid.
During their playing days. So unlike a lot of my fellow YouTubers, I haven't merely relied on highlight videos. Here's what my eyes
I hate highlight
when I
videos.
saw Michael Jordan play, particularly during his playing days with the Chicago Bulls. He was the best offensive player in the game. He was arguably the best defensive player in the game.
Stop playing, bro.
He had the best mid-range game. He was the best finisher at the rim. He had the best post-up game, which is incredible considering most players dominating the post were big men. He was widely considered the most clutch player in the game. He was regarded by opponents as the fiercest competitor on the court. He was regarded by teammates as the hardest worker in practice. And when all was said and done, amongst the other stars of his generation, he was the greatest winner. Now, when you're playing against the elite of the elite athletes of the world, to be the best at any one of those things is pretty remarkable.
But he was the
but
best
to be
at
the
all.
best at all of them, I tell you, it's impossible.
Oh,
But
bro,
for
the
fact
sucking
that
is
we saw
crazy.
Michael Jordan, and when it comes to the GOAT debate, that's the biggest hurdle facing LeBron. He's basically being compared to a guy who was great at everything and practically had no weaknesses.
LeBron has no
Seriously,
weaknesses.
judging by the eye test, what's the worst thing we could say about Michael Jordan's game? Probably that he wasn't a very good three-point shooter. Jordan shot 33% from beyond the arc in an era when the average player also shot 33%. So when it came to three-point shooting,
He was average.
he wasn't good, he wasn't bad, he was just average.
Okay.
But remember that Michael played in an age when the three-point
I
shot
think
wasn't a big
LeBron
part
is
of
just
the game.
average at 3
During
points too,
Jordan's
so.
years, teams averaged only 9.5 three-point attempts per game, and Michael himself attempted less than 2 threes per game. And if being an average three-point shooter is a weakness of Michael's game,
I think it's
then
LeBron's
we
too.
also have to call it a weakness of LeBron's game.
Yeah.
The difference is that LeBron plays in an era where the three-point shot is a huge part of the game. During the years in which LeBron played, teams attempted on average over 21 threes per
Jesus
game.
Christ.
And LeBron himself averaged 4.3 three-point attempts per game, or 2.5 times as many as Jordan.
Okay.
Despite the increased emphasis on threes, LeBron's career shooting percentage from beyond the arc is only a hair better than Jordan at 34%. And it's actually slightly below his peers, who averaged 35% from three during his era.
Okay.
But to reiterate, being an average three-point shooter was by far the worst part of MJ's game. For LeBron, it's not even close.
Huh?
LeBron, in fact, has 4 major weaknesses as a basketball player.
Oh man, this man's a Jordan goat. He's a Jordan sucker, bro. Yo, this is crazy. Y'all really got me to watch this video. I really can't believe y'all really got me to watch this video. Y'all really, and then he gave the second. Like, he tried to make it seem like it was going to be close by giving that second to LeBron. Then he just started sucking him crazy, bro. This is... all my LeBron fans, man, this ain't for us, bro. The Jordan fans got me, bro. They got me, bro. I'm not admitting that he the GOAT. I want y'all to know that. I don't know. I hope that ain't what y'all thought was going to happen. Because this video is crazy. He's a Jordan fan. No matter what he says, he's a Jordan fan. I don't care what you say.
Really apparent to anyone who has actually watched him play. First, he's not a good free throw shooter.
Okay, cool.
For his career, LeBron has shot around 73.5% from the free throw line, which is pretty poor for a player who...
To be honest, I don't think he gives a shit about free throws.
In fact, many analysts point
Which
out
I don't
that
get
at the end
why
of
he
games,
doesn't.
LeBron shies away from driving to the basket because he's afraid of being sent to the line. I don't know whether that's true, but what I do know is that the odds of LeBron hitting 2 consecutive free throws is statistically not much better than a coin flip. Jordan, on the other hand, shot a solid 83.5%.
He's a Jordan sucker, bro. God
his career.
damn, this man is sucker.
And MJ never shied away from contact at the end of games.
He's a Jordan
LeBron's second
sexual.
weakness is that he's an inconsistent defender.
This is
He's
crazy.
had some years where he was elite defensively, which is evidenced by his numerous selections to the NBA's all-defensive team. But he's also had several years where he's practically been a liability on the defensive end.
6-time all defensive player to be a weakness is defense is crazy. You show me somebody. There's anybody else in the NBA that was a 6-time all NBA defensive player. Selected that. Came second in defensive player of the year. Loki got snaked by Marc Gasol. He probably don't even know that. Because you remember, you said he's an average fan. He probably don't even know that LeBron's supposed to have a defensive player of the year. And Marc Gasol got more votes. He probably don't even know that. All that sucking he doing for Jordan right now. Name me somebody else that has 6 all-NBA defensive teams that is a average defender. I don't think you can name one.
Bulls days
That's
was a
crazy
consistently
you just
elite
said that.
defender. In fact, Jordan is the only player to rank in the top 5 amongst all guards in both steals per game and blocks per game for his career. Additionally, Michael led his position in defensive win shares practically every year that he played for the Bulls, an incredible 10 times. LeBron, comparatively, has led his position in defensive win shares on just 4 occasions, and in 5 of his last 7 seasons, he didn't even crack the top 10 at his position in defensive win shares.
He don't give a shit.
Now, some will excuse LeBron's recent fall-off on the defensive end as a
He don't care.
byproduct of his resting on defense so that he can have more energy on
Offense is a
and we
fact.
can debate the merits of that strategy. But resting on defense is not something Michael Jordan was ever...
Hold up before you just keep on sucking crazy. I'm sorry for all the pauses, but he's going crazy right now. Like, he's really, really riding Jordan right now. He's really riding crazy. Jordan also had defenders on his team. Other good defenders. I think the second best defender LeBron played with was probably Chris Bosh in his career. Probably Chris Bosh. He had people like Ron Harper, defensive god, point guard. Scottie Pippen, the best defensive player of that time, perimeter defensive player. Dennis Rodman, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. Just stop it, bro. He played on a team with good defense. And Phil Jackson drawed up good defensive scheme. Like, stop it, bro. You're sucking a little crazy right now.
Even as a 40-year-old, he was busting his tail on the defensive end.
Damn!
LeBron's been the more versatile
off the glass.
LeBron supports
That's crazy. I
can
go.
guard positions 1 through 5 on the court,
That's a
such
fact.
as when he guarded Derrick Rose for stretches of
The
the
GOAT.
2011 playoffs.
Now, Derek is the
But
GOAT. That's my favorite
LeBron's
player of all
guarding
time.
the opposing team's point guard or center isn't something that happens very often. In fact, during his career, LeBron has spent less than 5% of his total minutes guarding the opposing player's 1 or 5.
Because the best player is usually not a 1 or 5.
Is highly exaggerated. And look, when it comes to versatility, Hometown Buffet may have a more versatile menu than Spago. That doesn't make it a better restaurant.
Bro, you sucking crazy right now, bro.
Not a very good shooter. And this is a pretty significant flaw for someone claiming to be the GOAT. I mean, shooting the ball is the quintessential skill in the game of basketball. It's the part of the game that everyone practices,
is it blurry?
whether on the playground, at the YMCA, or in the NBA.
Why is it blurry?
Now, some people will contend that LeBron is actually a better shooter than Jordan because he has a better career field goal percentage. And yes, LeBron's career field goal percentage is 50%.
Just show me how you gonna suck Jordan now.
9.7%. But recall what I said about placing stats into proper context. To help us understand context when it comes to shooting, allow me to introduce DeAndre Jordan and Tyson Chandler. We all know that DeAndre and Tyson were great rebounders and defenders. But what if I told you that they were also two of the greatest shooters of all time? That would be certifiably crazy. Yet if you look at all the shooting metrics, field goal percentage, effective field goal percentage, true shooting percentage, both of these guys rank near the top in NBA history. Of course, there's an obvious reason for that. As we all know, both DeAndre Jordan and Tyson Chandler take a lot of their shot attempts on dunks, layups, and putbacks, which are extremely high percentage shots.
Bruh is finna get at LeBron for playing to his strength, bro. It's crazy, bro. Oh my god, this video is getting me tight, bro. It's getting me tight, bro. I'm not rocking with it at all, bro. Because y'all told me this is unbiased, and bro just keeps going crazy the way he is finding ways to twist and turn this, bro. It's crazy.
So does LeBron James. In fact, every single year of his career, the shot that LeBron James has taken the most has been within 0 to 3 feet from the basket. In other words, dunks, layups, and putbacks. More than 1 of every 3 of LeBron's shots has been within this point-blank range, which is aided by his playing in an era where it's been relatively easy to get to the rim, particularly when compared to the physical era in which Jordan played. And just like every other player, LeBron is really effective from 0 to 3 feet, hitting over 73% of his shots. But how does LeBron fare from outside this range? According to Basketball Reference,
like every other player,
LeBron's shooting percentage from outside 3
Nah, bro, y'all not gonna let that slide. Y'all heard what he said? Just like every other player. He tried to throw that slick remark in there.
73% of these shots.
Listen to him.
But how does LeBron fare from outside this range? According to Basketball
No. We going back to what he said, because he's not.
Particularly when compared to the physical era in which Jordan played. And just like every other player, LeBron is really effective.
The slick shots. He's sucking crazy, bro. This is crazy.
From 0 to 3 feet, hitting over 73% of these shots. But how does LeBron fare from outside this range? According to BasketballReference.com, LeBron's shooting percentage from outside 3 feet is 37.5%. It's even poorer in the playoffs, where he shoots 35.9%. And it gets even worse in close and late situations. In the last 2 minutes of games where the score is within 5 points, LeBron hits only 31.7% of his jumpers. Look, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that these numbers aren't very good, which is probably why in the 2013 finals, the Spurs' defensive strategy against the Heat was to basically dare LeBron James to shoot. And keep in mind, this was against LeBron in his prime. Can you imagine an opposing coach using a similar strategy against MJ?
Did you just see where LeBron was shooting from?
The Spurs for forcing him to work on his jump shot. But it's not as if his results have gotten much better since then. Here's LeBron's shooting percentage from outside 3 feet over the last 6 years. Yikes.
Oh, bro, he's crazy, bro. Nah, he's tight, bro. You give me tight, bro. You give me tight, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's just a sly remark, bro. Why you keep saying that? Why you keep saying that, bro? Yikes. It's not called for. You just told me this is gonna be unbiased. I fucking do it from the fucking quote in the beginning of the video. The quote. I knew this was gonna be biased, but I kept watching. I knew when y'all kept telling me, oh, it's the most unbiased comparison I've seen. Y'all got me, bro. Y'all got me, bro. I'm gonna find one myself where we get the LeBron side of this, because this is crazy, bro.
For comparison, consider that in the last year of Michael Jordan's career, as an aging player on the Washington Wizards, Jordan shot close to 42% from outside 3 feet. While that's certainly not great, it means that even as a 40-year-old shell of his former self, Jordan was still
actually, that is great, you average basketball fan.
LeBron James. Unfortunately,
Shooting
Basketball
42%,
Reference doesn't have advanced
and his
shooting
shot
metrics
is
from
great.
Michael Bulls days, when he was a significantly more efficient scorer. But few would argue that Michael was anything but a lethal jump shooter when he was wearing red and black. When it comes to shooting, all of us can recall practicing shots on the blacktop, counting down 3, 2, 1, before launching a shot at the rim. Well, if you were pretending to be LeBron James, you'd brick almost 2/3 of the time.
Yo, this,
Actually,
yo,
that's not entirely true.
yo,
If you were playing against a
yo,
countdown, it would be much, much worse.
yo.
And that gets me to the last major weakness of LeBron's game. His performance, or more accurately,
Hold on.
in the
Show the
clutch.
one where he tied the game after that.
Remember when people
You,
were
no.
praising LeBron?
No. Fuck. No, fuck no. No. He's getting me tight, bro. It's no way you just show him doing that. And he comes down the court and hits the 3 to tie the game, and you don't say
Remember
nothing.
when people were
That's
praising
crazy.
LeBron for making a couple of buzzer beaters in the playoffs 2 years ago? They used these stats to claim that LeBron was better in the clutch than Jordan. But look at
Facts.
these numbers carefully. What stands out to you? How about this? People were using a sample size of less than 1 shot per season to make the case that LeBron was more clutch than Jordan. That would be the equivalent of polling just 100 people in the country to try to predict the winner of the next presidential election. So let's use more telling stats, shall we? Here's a situation that's often used to determine a player's clutchness. 5 seconds to go in the fourth quarter or overtime, and your team needs a bucket to either win or tie the game.
Is that not what that
The
stat
answer
just
is the
said?
age-old question: who do you want taking the last shot with the game on the line? It turns out that in the regular season and playoffs combined, LeBron has taken 94 such shots. That's a
Dude,
pretty good sample size.
We give a
and how
fuck
many of those
about
94
regular
shots
season.
has LeBron made?
That shit said
19
that shit.
for a shoot.
That shit just said playoffs. I don't give a fuck about no regular season game, bro. I don't. Now you get me. I don't even cuss on my channel, bro. I don't. That's how heated I am right now. I don't cuss. You can take my videos. If I cuss, I always say slip. I don't give a damn right now, bro. I honestly don't give 2 fucks about YouTube doing whatever they do with my ads. Cause this is getting me tight. That is crazy. The way he's going at LeBron right now. I am a LeBron fan. I thought y'all were gonna be serious with me and keep it unbiased. Jordan, I can give you the categories. I told you the categories. I said I believe Jordan gonna come out on top in this video. Y'all heard me say that. But bro, it turned from judging them to him literally shitting on LeBron. That is crazy, bro.
Percentage of 20%. Let me repeat that. 20%. Guys, that's not bad in the clutch. That's atrocious. Michael
you
Jordan
hear
in
this,
the
Nick?
same situation shot roughly 50%. Yes, that's right. Jordan's performance under pressure was the same as it was throughout the rest of the game. And that, my friends, is the
Hold up, bro. Hold up. Hell no, bro. You gonna give me a shot attempt. You tell me the shot attempts like you just told LeBron and tell me how many makes he had. You don't tell me roughly 50%. You didn't say that with LeBron. You gave me the actual shot attempts and how many made. Give me the fucking shot attempts and makes. I don't know how many. I don't know what you judging this off, my nigga. You can literally just take 2 shots. He didn't tell us the shot attempt. This is crazy, bro.
of clutch. So there you go.
He did-
When it
he
comes
didn't
to the eye test, our eyes tell us that one player,
Yo.
Michael Jordan, is great at everything and has practically no weaknesses.
This is crazy.
And the other player, LeBron James, while also having a ton of strengths, has several obvious flaws to his game. And when all is said and done, after analyzing the 5 key factors of being the GOAT, Jordan gets 4 check marks to LeBron's 1.
Yo, this is
Making
crazy.
this GOAT debate, well, not much of a debate at all.
To you.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm
To
not
you.
saying that LeBron James is a bad player.
No, that's what you've been
He's a
saying the whole video.
phenomenal
Don't
player.
don't flip it, bro.
Personally, I have him on basketball's Mount Rushmore, along with Jordan, Kareem, Will Chamberlain, and Bill Russell.
See,
He's just not.
See,
like,
bro, that's how I know you're an average basketball fan, bro. Wilt and Bill Russell was cool, but how are you gonna make the argument? Oh yeah, Bill won all his rings when the playoffs was mad easy. Wilt got all his stats when the league was all easy. How you gonna do that? Shaq is better than these two. If we being honest, Shaq is a better center than these two. Kareem gotta go up there because Kareem is Kareem. Kareem did it in college. Kareem did it in the league. I'm not no average basketball fan. I do this shit. I've been doing this shit. I was born into this. Don't play with me, bro. Because you told me you average basketball fan. You get me tight, bro. And I respect that you riding for Jordan because, like I said, I'm a LeBron fan because that's the GOAT of my era. I didn't watch Michael Jordan play, so I won't call him my GOAT. That's literally the only reason. But I understand when you point towards Jordan as being a GOAT, a lot of things point towards that. But you not finna just keep sucking my man like that, bro. Talking about, yo, Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, with them two. Bro, it should be Kobe and Shaq if you're gonna put 5. Mount Rushmore is 4, but if you're gonna put 5, it should be Kobe, Shaq. Like, come on, bro. Magic Johnson could even be an honorable. Like,
Jordan. And just to underscore
look
how
at what he
good
did.
MJ was, let's ignore LeBron and Jordan for a minute and focus on the other 3 players highlighted here: Kareem, Wilt, and Bill Russell. Most would agree that these are the 3 greatest centers in NBA history, and each of them
Shaq
has a strong
is
case
better
to
than 2 of
justify
those.
his standing among basketball royalty. Wilt is an all-time great because he was an offensive force of nature, and he holds a ton of NBA records.
Because he was
Russell
playing
is in the
against
conversation
nobodies.
because he was a dominant defender and a
I'll
perennial
give you that.
champion. Kareem
But he was
led
also
his team
playing
to
in a
numerous
small
titles,
league.
and in terms of individual awards
Kareem
and
was
accolades,
validated.
was the most decorated of the 3.
But I love all these
Not
players.
to
They all
mention,
great.
he had the NBA's most unguardable shot.
Yeah, nobody still can
Now
do that.
imagine a center that had all the best qualities from these 3 titans.
Shaq.
A player like that would be the basketball equivalent of Thanos.
Shaq.
Now add to that player the highest level of intangible attributes, such as a tireless work ethic, unmatched
that's not
killer
Shaq.
instinct, and an ability to deliver in the clutch.
Kobe.
And now you'd essentially be looking at Thanos with all of the Infinity Stones.
It's Kobe.
And no one would question whether this player was the greatest of all time. But the truth is, we don't have to imagine such a player. That player
gonna say.
already existed. He just
This is
happened
the
to be
most crazy shit I've ever seen in my life, bro. This is 30 minutes of my life that I didn't need. Like, yo, I just watched 30 minutes of a dude sucking Michael Jordan off, bro. This shouldn't even be on YouTube. This shouldn't be allowed on YouTube, bro. This should be on one of those explicit sites. Because this is the most sucking off seen in a long, long time, bro. Like, I'm really lost. Like, y'all got me looking around. Like, I'm so in awe of how much he is sucking this man, bro. That is great. He just called Michael Jordan Thanos. Yo,
shooting
he just called him fucking Thanos.
guard, not a center.
I'm just gonna let it
Think
ride,
about
bro.
it, Michael Jordan is the real-life version of an overpowered video game character. He had all the qualities we look for in a superstar athlete, and he had it in spades. He's basically Babe Ruth, if Babe Ruth played defense like Willie Mays. And that's why, even in comparison to the other all-time greats, he is truly in a class of his own. Simply put, he's the GOAT.
That's crazy. That shot is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. His layup package is the wildest layup package I've ever seen in my life. I'm mad, bro. Like, bro would add crazy context when it came to LeBron and when it came to Michael Jordan. If y'all gonna be honest, he was really sucking LeBron. Like, I proved it to y'all. Bro literally called out LeBron's shot attempts and makes. And when it came to Jordan, he just gave us a field goal percentage and told us to let it ride. That's basically what happened. That's crazy. He even tells the shot attempts. I just proved to y'all he was sucking Jordan off. I proved that to y'all. I was supposed to just take his word for it and believe it was just 50%. He didn't tell me the shot attempts. I couldn't do my own math. I know how to do math. I'm not slow. Like, come on, bro. Shit got me tight, bro. I ain't gonna lie. We all know who the real GOAT is. LeBron James. The GOAT. But hey, man, if y'all enjoyed the video, I know y'all Jordan fans are gonna love this one. Y'all get to see a LeBron fan mad the whole time, bro. But it's all cool, bro. Like I said, I don't really care, man. It's basketball, bro. It's subjective. You gonna have your GOAT in 10 years. Somebody gonna argue that probably Luka or Steph. I was telling people. Let me know what y'all think about this. I know we at the end of the video and this is crazy. So off context. But I was like, if you've been watching basketball this year, I was like, bro, if Steph wins another MVP and then gets another ring, Steph enters himself into that GOAT conversation. You just think about it, all the kids coming up is going to be like, yo, Steph is the GOAT, Steph is the GOAT. They was already saying that before. But you think about it, he get one more MVP and another ring. He has some more years left. Don't think about it. Steph may have another 10. So, you never know, telling what can happen. He can get Steph get a few more, Steph may enter himself in the GOAT conversation. That's my analysis, my little guess. Let me know what y'all think about that. That's gonna be in the video. I'm not even mad no more, bro. It was a good video. Thanks for the recommendation. I was just a little heated during the process. If you could see, he was kind of being biased. He said me he was going to be unbiased. He lied to me. I don't like liars. He lied and he was going to be unbiased. He really wasn't unbiased. This is really a video to shit on LeBron. I don't know what LeBron did to him. He just, I guess he watched the LeBron game and just wasn't feeling LeBron that day and decided to do a video to shit on LeBron. I don't know. That's me in the video. YouTube, excuse all those cuss words, you know. I was just joking. These are jokes. Jokes. We don't get enough of these days. Laugh, man. Live life. That's gonna be the end of the video. JRU, I love y'all. I am out.